The Samsung Galaxy S21 Plus is an outstanding phone. From the redesigned premium build to the great camera setup and that 120Hz OLED display, this thing is an outstanding package. Now combine that with a $200 reduction in price in the whole S21 lineup compared to last year. With an improved design and value, should you buy it? Samsung really redesigned their S21, and I have to say it really looks good and feels good in the hands. It has a nice weight to it, making it feel like the premium phone that it is, but it's not too heavy like the iPhone 12 Pro Max. With the chamfered edges and an aluminum frame with a matte texture on the glass back, it feels sturdy and grippable in the hands, which makes it feel comfortable when holding it without a case. The new camera module that merges with the metal sides is definitely a nice premium touch. The buttons feel great when pressed, and they feel premium and leave good feedback. They are not the best feeling buttons in the world in my opinion. Apple has dominated this category, but they feel plenty premium and I have no complaints about them. The screen on this phone is one of the best in the business. With a 6.7-inch screen and a 120Hz OLED display, this screen is absolutely beautiful to look at and super snappy thanks to its fast refresh rate. It is variable refresh rate, so it changes between 60 and 120Hz automatically to better preserve battery life. It really is an amazing display, and with ultra thin bezels and only a small camera cutout, the display really stands out in this phone. Performance on this phone is top notch. With Qualcomm's newest 888 chipset, this thing flies through daily tasks. Intensive games run with no lag and load times are super quick. I have to say, with 8GB of RAM, apps in the background stay on for a long time. Sometimes I don't even use my Reddit app, for example, for a couple days, and when I return to the app, it picks up right where I left it. The photos this phone takes are really good. The night mode implementation gets some nice shots, but it still adds a bit of noise, especially in the sky, when comparing it to night shots from the iPhone 12 Pro Max that I've also been using. There are some nice shots that actually come out really good, with good dynamic range and very accurate colors. In broad daylight, the main rear camera is a great performer. I don't feel the photos come out super saturated. The dynamic range is superb and catches the dark areas well, especially compared to the iPhone 12, which actually struggles with the tree in this photo due to the increased contrast. Photos with the main rear sensor with good lighting come out amazing, and you definitely will not be disappointed with this sensor. The selfie camera is also really good. I did some testing at night and it delivered some great shots. Noise was almost non-existent. The details and dynamic range were really good, especially for a nighttime shot. Battery life on this phone is absolutely amazing. Probably thanks to its 4800 mAh battery, I end the day consistently with about 50% still left in the tank. I average about 4 hours of screen on time with light to moderate use, and it could be a 2-day performer if you really wanted to push it. It is surprising a little bit coming into it. I thought with a 120Hz display, even though it is variable refresh rate, combined with the Snapdragon 888, it would affect the battery life department, but I have to say the battery life is a huge plus in this phone. Let's talk about the software in this phone, which in my opinion has been the Samsung Achilles heel with their phones. I have to be honest, for most of the review period, I was using a custom launcher on it because I still despise the stock layout with the paginated app drawer and cartoony huge icons, but I have to say the notification panel I feel is clean and not in your face with the changes they made, and the settings panel, while not the most organized, is good enough, and I feel it is not a hindrance when using the phone. Also, with Samsung wanting to put their own apps, I find myself with a lot of duplicates on the app drawer, like the clock, calendar, photos apps, and a bunch of Samsung apps that you never use. I feel there are fewer of these than before, but it's still something that I have to point out. On the positive side though, I don't feel the software is slowing the phone down in any way, and all in all, I'm pretty satisfied with it, which is not something I've said in the past about Samsung phones. Overall, this is an amazing phone and definitely a contender for one of the best phones of the year. With an amazing display with 120Hz, a revamped design which looks and feels amazing with a very capable camera, this phone is definitely worth it, especially after the $200 reduction in price in this year's lineup, which helps it have a much better value. It's still not perfect. It still has a lot of duplicate Samsung apps and stuff like that, but if you can overlook these things, you have an amazing phone and one of the most well-made phones on the Android side. Thank you so much for watching. If you like videos like this, subscribe to the channel and I will definitely see you on the next one. Peace.